Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the Lakers loss yesterday, 116 to 127 against the Los Angeles Clippers, and the rival week in the NBA rival week. With this loss, the Lakers lost the first game against the Los Angeles Clippers in the season. Remember, the Lakers defeated two times before this game in the season, and the Lakers again are one game behind the 500 record. But in this moment, they are still in the nin place in the Western Conference. They have a record of 22-23. The worst news is the Lakers lost again. Well, about this game, before this game, I predicted that the Lakers were going to win this game because based on what happened in the last two games, where the last two games were a close and tough game, but the Lakers could win that game. But the big difference here was that the LeBron James didn't play yesterday, because my prediction was the Lakers were gonna to win like 1 or 3 point difference, and maybe in the last second, or if not the last play of the game or in overtime. But because LeBron James didn't play, it changed everything. I have a theory that LeBron James didn't play yesterday because you know that in this moment the NBA trade is on. So I think that yesterday was an audition to some players that the Lakers want to sell or make a trade. For example, for Hashimura and for D'Angelo Russell, that it is probably that these two players won't continue with the team, because the D'Angelo Russell is the most probably he's gonna to be traded because he's a very big asset, and because to be honest he's a very great player, but in the close game, he hasn't played a very great game. And he, for example, he didn't did a lot in the NBA Conference Championship Series against the Denver Nuggets, where the Lakers were sweep in the last summer. And in this season he hasn't played a very great season. He has started to play a very great season in the last game, but it's not enough to win more games. And Rui Hashimura for me was a disappointment, because I thought that because remember that he was straight to the Lakers the last year, the February or January the 2023. But he played a very great season in the last season, and he was a very important role player. But in this season, he hasn't played a very great basketball. He missed an easy shot. He's not playing a very great defense, and the most probably is that these two players were gonna to be traded. And about this game, the game was closer than what expected. I like what I see about the Lakers. They compete against a team, because remember that this is a super team, the Clippers, and the Lakers were there, where the difference was between 17 to 10, 30 point difference, where the Lakers could reduce the game to a 2 and 4 point difference. But in the end, the Los Angeles Clippers won this game because, to be honest, it wasn't LeBron James. So you can see that is what happened with the Lakers, because when there is this kind of games, the Lakers most of the time can compete, and if the Lakers need to win this season. In the first quarter, the game was the Los Angeles Clippers took advantage, but the Lakers could reduce that advantage, and the Lakers were losing by just one 6 point difference. In the second quarter, was the same history. The Los Angeles Clippers took a 17 the high of 17 point lead, but later the Lakers reduced that difference to 13 to 10 to 8 point difference. But in the end, the Los Angeles Clippers increased that lead, because again they won that quarter 42 to 35. In that quarter, especially, the Lakers didn't play a very great defense, and the Lakers in the halftime, they were trailing by 30 point difference, 64 to 77. But in the third quarter is when the Lakers play his best game of the game, where his best basketball, sorry, of the game, where they started a very great the quarter, where in one moment of the of the game, the Lakers reduced the game to a 4 point difference. But in the end, in the last minutes of the quarter, the Clippers again took the recover, and they again play better, improve the basketball level, and in the end they lost that quarter, but because the Lakers in that quarter the Lakers won the quarter 33 to 29, and they reduced the difference to a 12-point difference, 97 to 109. But in the end the game was over because the Clippers had the control of the game, and in the fourth quarter was the same. In this game was more defensively, where the game was refined. The Lakers again lost that quarter 19-21, but the game was over in the end of the third quarter, and the Lakers lost the game 116 to 127. About the game, the Lakers play a very poorly defense game because they allowed that the Clippers threw for a 59.1 percentage for field goal, and the Lakers threw for a 48.9 percentage in the triplers, in the 3 points made. The Lakers made 11, but they allowed 14. But the most important here is that the Clippers had a 51.9 percentage for field goal. And about the pain, the Lakers lost the pain. Sorry, 60 to 68. About the individual statistics, who I told you, D'Angelo Russell is play a very great game, where he made a double with 27 points and 10 assists. Where he made a double-double. Remember how I told you, since he came back to play again as a starter in the starting lineup, he improved his basketball level, but he's gonna to be traded this season. Anthony Davis that made another double-double in the season. He made 26 points, scored 26 points, and made 12 rebounds. And Hashimura and Taurean Prince scored each one 11 points, and Austin Reeves and Jared Vanderbilt scored each one 12 points. So, what's next? Lakers will play tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls, again in the CryptoArena.com, 20:30 Eastern time. In this moment, remember that the Lakers and the Bulls play a game where the Lakers travel to the East Coast. This game was played the last year, where the Lakers, wait a minute, the Lakers, yes, they played the last December 20, where the Lakers play a very bad basketball, and they lost 110 to 124. In this moment, the Chicago Bulls are in the ninth place with the record 21-24 in the Eastern Conference. They are in this moment in the playing zone. The Lakers are in this moment in the same position with the record 22-23 in the ninth place, but in the Western Conference. Both teams have the same basketball level until this moment, but I think that the Lakers have better team because they have LeBron and Anthony Davis, and I think that LeBron James is gonna to come back to play again tomorrow. So I think that this will be a very close game, but I think that in the end the Lakers will win this game because they will play in home, and they will take revenge for what happened the last month. And I think that the Lakers will win this game by 5 or 7 point difference, and will get the first victory of the week. So here's one more opinion about what happened yesterday, where the Lakers lost 116 to 127 against the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Lakers again are one game behind the 500 record. See you next video, Gibran.